Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin has his doubts about the $75 billion spent by American taxpayers in Ukraine and is with us now. Look, you have to sort of take somebody named Tobias Ellwood seriously in some way. I don't know what it is. But is there any value to the argument, let Ukraine fight Russia, help Ukraine fight Russia, so that Vladimir Putin does not become more adventuresome into a place that American boys would have to fight?
Well, first of all, there's merit to the argument that Vladimir Putin's a war criminal. He invaded Ukraine, and the Ukrainian people who've been fighting for their freedom, for their territorial integrity, they need to be supported. So there's great validity to that. But you also have to recognize we're into this bloody stalemate now 2 years. Vladimir Putin will not lose this war. So the Biden strategy has not worked. And every day that goes by, more Ukrainians die. Over 100,000 have already died. More than 100,000 Russian conscripts have died. More Ukraine gets destroyed. So this thing only ends in a settlement. Sooner to settle, the better, because every day that goes by, the settlement terms are going to get worse.
I think it's an interesting concept. You said two things. One, that it's gone on for 700 now days. And you're right. Almost all wars end in settlement. Unconditional surrender is not going to be an option for Vladimir Putin. But you said something else. You said the Biden strategy, which is interesting because having spent time in Ukraine in 2014 and at least tried to work hard to understand the current White House strategy on the war in Ukraine, I can't figure out what their strategy is. Can you?
Yeah, so it didn't work. Whatever it is, it obviously hasn't worked. Initially, I talked to Wendy Sherman when she was going over there, and I was asking her, have you supplied the kind of defensive weaponry to deter Vladimir Putin? Yeah, we're doing that. We'll do it visibly. Let Russia know exactly what you're supplying so that he doesn't invade Ukraine. Then they were very slow at providing Ukraine the kind of weapons they needed to defend themselves. So, again, they actually set this thing up for a long, hard slog, and that's exactly what they got.
Why do you think there is a refusal by the White House to acknowledge this point and say, OK, we are going to start pressuring the Ukrainians and Vladimir Putin, which there's ways to put additional pressure on Vladimir Putin, and force some kind of deal rather than continuing to come to Congress and ask more money?
They don't want to admit they failed. That's kind of a basic human tendency. But again, this is tragic. When you have the type of destruction, when you have the kind of travesty that's been really imposed on the Ukrainian people, they're not going to want to settle. I get that, but I was the only member of Congress who went to Zelensky's inauguration. I went back a couple months later with Senator Chris Murphy, and at that point, Zelensky wanted to do a peace deal with Vladimir Putin. This was when Vladimir Putin had already illegally annexed Crimea. He was in firm control of eastern Ukraine, but
so
Zelensky knew that he couldn't dislodge Putin then. He can't dislodge him now. So we need both sides to come to the table and end this bloody stalemate.
So help me understand. Russia's now become the top China oil supplier for the first time since 2018. Their economy now is doing better than ever despite the sanctions. Can Congress, do you feel that you're going to be able to sort of bully the White House by withholding Ukraine aid? Can the power of the purse force the White House to change their foreign policy?
Well, first of all, what Republicans are trying to do with the Ukraine aid is, again, we're somewhat split on that. I'm maybe down the middle. I'd like to help the Ukrainian people, but we're trying to use the only leverage we have to force this administration to secure the border. We recognize that the open border policy of President Biden and his Democrat colleagues in Congress is a clear and present danger to America. It should be our top priority. So no matter how you view Ukraine, I think Americans ought to first secure our own border, and we ought to use every piece of leverage to actually secure the border. My concern with the negotiations, they're secret. This is something the American public supports us on. We ought to be laying out exactly what's required to actually secure the border rather than keep it all behind closed doors and come up with some kind of Rube Goldberg settlement with Democrats who want an open border, who caused a problem, and right now are only looking for political cover.
All right, fair enough. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.